I don't know why I did this. This is definitely the worst looking thing I've made in a long time. And I've made some pretty bad shit. Hey guys, it's your average lady, back at it again with another video. And today, I feel like baking. Particularly, I want to make blueberry muffins. Problem is, I'm out of flour. Usually my flour bag sits there, it is now in my trash can. So all I have is oatmeal. And I'm hoping I can make some oat flour out of this. Also, I don't have fresh blueberries, but I do have frozen blueberries. So that's what we're gonna do. I found a recipe that uses oat flour, but it also uses a whole lot of ingredients that I don't have. So we're gonna have to deal with it and improvise. Let's bake, shall we? Looks like flour to me. Now, I had used all of the oats I had, and it only made 2 cups of oat flour. And the original recipe called for 2 cups and 3/4 of oat flour. So I had to adjust the recipe, and yeah, I whipped out my calculator and I did some good old 4th grade maths. Don't mind the terrible posture, I am a failure of a human. All you need to know is I took all of the ingredients, applied a ratio to it, and did some substitutions because I didn't have all of the ingredients, and we were good to go. You can now see after some really hard maths that I have all of my ingredients over here. I did do some substitution. The original recipe I'm following called for coconut sugar. I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna switch it for brown sugar. All of the baking goods, I'm alright, I have them. I have milk. The recipe called for honey or for brown rice syrup. I have none of those, but I do have maple syrup that I intend to cut with water so that it gets about the sweetness of honey. The original recipe called for 2 eggs. I decided to put 1 because I'm not exactly halving the recipe. Actually, my conversion is 0.73. But I figured less eggs would just make it a little more crumbly, and too many eggs would give it a really weird taste, so 1 egg it is. Vanilla I'm alright, and it called for fresh blueberries, but I have frozen, so frozen blueberries it is. Oh, also, maybe now would be the time to tell you guys that I don't have a muffin tray, so I'm just gonna make it in a bread tin and just make it a cake instead of blueberries muffins. So it's technically blueberry oat cake. I don't know, guys. I'll go get these ingredients and I'll see you when I have them. That was a terrible transition. I'm not gonna put that in. Okay, so I've got my bowl here, and this recipe is not like the ones I'm used to. Usually I mix in the sugar with the wet ingredients. This recipe does not seem to do that, but it does call for us to mix 1 egg, the milk and the vanilla, and the honey that I substituted for maple syrup. We're gonna give that a good whisk. We're gonna spill everywhere, hold up. Okay, we're gonna whisk again, this time trying not to whip it outside of the bowl. That's our wet ingredients sorted. I'll put this aside and prepare the dry ingredients. We have our flour from earlier, some suspicious looking powders. These are baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Gonna add these in. And surprisingly enough, the sugar. Now I could just use the blender to blend it, but you see I'm a bit dumb and I put my blender away, so I'm just gonna spoon mix this. It's alright, it doesn't need to be fully homogenized anyway. Just need to be a little mixed in, so all of the active ingredients, the baking powder, baking soda, don't just get stuck in one side. Alright, that is mixed enough for me. We're gonna bring back our wet bowl and we're gonna gradually start adding our flour. And that's the part where it starts looking healthy. I'm gonna call this healthy instead of calling this disgusting looking. And yeah, that most certainly looks like it's made from oat flour and natural ingredients, might I say. This looks very natural. I'm gonna switch from my whisk to a little spoon and I'm gonna add my blueberries. And this texture feels a bit wrong. I'm wondering if I forgot something. I put in oat, I put in sugar, baking soda, baking powder, salt, milk, syrup, eggs, vanilla, frozen blues. No, that is what it is. Oh god, it looks so healthy. Let's put it in a mold, shall we? Also, I just realized I forgot to preheat my oven, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So, that's the mold I got. That's all I can do, folks. Well, actually, I could use this. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll grease it up real quick. Oh, I know what's missing. I know why I'm confused. There's no fat. There's no fat component in there. Because usually when you bake, you need flour, sugar, and fat. And that is the base to everything. You can then add all the flavor you want. You can play with the proportions all you want to get cookies, cake, pancakes, anything. But it all starts with flour, sugar, and fat. Oh, and also a liquid like milk or, I don't know, water if you're someone like that. I don't know. Honestly, people that replace milk for water in their recipe, you guys are freaks. Okay, let's put that in here. I am now realizing that calling people freaks is not a good idea when you're making something that is turning out more and more green. I hope I don't get myself food poisoning, because I don't really have time to deal with that. It may look disgusting, but we here do not waste anything. So let's scrape that into the mold. I am so sorry, humanity. Okay, the more I look at this, the more I feel like I should apologize. I just reviewed the footage and it didn't look that green on the footage, but in the sliding, like, meh, that shit is green. It's getting a mix between green and purple, and I'm really sorry, everyone. Also, I should note that baking this was a terrible idea. It is currently 35 outside. I don't have AC in my house, so it is 35 in my house as well, and I'm baking. I'm getting something out the oven, and I'm baking without flour because, well, I don't have flour anymore. I ran out and I can't go buy any right now, so I don't know why I did this. This is definitely the worst looking thing I've made in a long time. And I've made some pretty bad shit. See you in either 16 minutes or 45. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes since I put the cake muffin thing in the oven. Let's see what it looks like. Huh. Not half bad. I'm just gonna check it. Comes out clean. Let's get it out. Now I don't know where to put you. Here, you just chill there for a bit. Okay. Looks very healthy. You guys can come take a look. So it looks quite healthy, huh? Corners look nice. We got a little bit of browning, but not too much. I'll let this cool for a little bit and I'll come back with you for a taste test. Okay, so it's cooled down considerably. I cut myself a piece. This is what she looks like. Hold on, I am doing my best. This is what she looks like. As you can see, it looks tasty and somewhat fluffy. Please focus, thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and try a little bite. Okay, so texture-wise, looks good. I don't see any weird things on it. Let's try it. Now that tastes like a blueberry muffin. Yeah, I fuck with that. Definitely tastes whole grain, but I don't mind it. Good recipe. A bit janky on the sides, but good shit. Well folks, that's all I had for you today. Good recipe. I'll put a link down below for the original recipe and you adjust it the way you want. That's the fun part of it. I'm gonna leave you because I can't wait to turn my fan back on again when I'm no longer filming and I can make unnecessary noise. So, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff if you want to. I post a new video every Thursday. Hopefully it's original content, but I'm not sure about that. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.